Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning.
How's everybody? Oh, come on. It's 8 o'clock. You guys give me a little more spirit here. Jesus.
I
say
just
good
rolled out of bed.
How you doing? Morning. Come on. Wake up. Guys, Jiminy crickets.
I've been practicing getting up at 3:15.
What's
All
that?
week. I've been practicing getting up at 3:15.
I love it. Well, guess what? You better be in practice because next week's going to be a busy week for y'all.
Have you talked to Susan? She and I've been working out the sign up.
Yeah, it's Susan and I we've been talking daily, and we kind of it's
It's a learning
funny
process.
when you ask not all but some folks to go, and me included, to the online stuff. It's
Hey, I was first, I think.
it's well, you know what though, it's kind of really a good thing. It's something we should have had a long time ago. And
Oh, it's awesome.
what's that, Laura?
It's awesome. I think I was maybe the first. I worked with her last week.
Oh, good. That's cool. Well, we couldn't ask for anybody better to work with on that. I mean, that's we appreciate the fact of you helping with that.
The mobile app is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, and then you guys are also going to all have all members will have a app coming out, I hope, within the next month. Been working with my daughter on it, and just Gabe and I need to go over it and just make sure that everything's how we want it to be. And then, of course, we'll spend a year making adjustments to it, I'm sure. But
I'll test it.
Oh, good. That's kind of what I was hoping.
And working about.
Yeah. Well, let me start here. So if everybody could kind of just mute a little bit, it would be great. Nicola, good morning. Say hi, Nicola. Nicola, say hi. Nicola's not going to say hi, everybody. That's not nice. I'm not going to start till Nicola says hi. Nicola, is your phone working? Because you're not muted and you're not saying hi. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and start.
Do you want me to send her a text?
Yeah. See if her phone's working. Good morning, guys. Let me get started here. This is a big week. So today is equipment return day. Okay. That should tell you something. Today is equipment return day. And the reason why today is equipment return day is because we tentatively will be reopening on June 4th, which is Thursday. A memo will be going out probably between today and Tuesday. The reason for the delay is I'm meeting on Tuesday with the Board of Supervisors here at the gym, and I'm meeting with the Public Health Director at the gym. So they will see our setup. They will see, I really think they are coming to see what the guidelines should look like, because we have gone extensively to make the facility safe for everybody who is going to return. And guys, things will be different. So don't expect things to be exactly the way it was. The workouts will be formatted that way. But right now, we have a hard number of 12 people at this point that will be in the facility at any given time to work out. That doesn't mean that there won't be others. When we did the math, if we went about 150 square feet per person, we pretty much could have 60 people in the facility. That's PT workers, everybody. We never have that many at one time, just so you guys know. We don't ever have that. In the 2 weeks prior to us having to close, when I did the math, we only had about 46 to 48 people in the facility at one time. So we're well beyond, well below what the numbers will ever be. The facility is pretty much set. Shannon Guzzo, I know you're on, yes? Would you unmute for a second, please?
Done.
Shannon, you were in the facility the other day. Would you please describe what you saw to the folks online? When you texted me, you said, wow, the facility looks good. Just give them a little description. What do you think?
Well, I was just buttering you up when I said that.
I knew that, Shannon. You know I knew that. No,
So
please.
what I noticed primarily was that the cardio machines have been moved around so they're not all in one line, which allows people to be on a cardio machine but not spitting on each other directly. There are taped lines that kind of give you your lane, give you your boundaries for where you're going to work out. You've got those round stickers or placards that you showed us last week with the footprints on them. And there's more signage. There was some signage in the ladies' room that I hadn't noticed before.
Yeah, that's great observation. And that's just at a quick glance, guys. Thank you, Shannon. That's just at a quick glance. And if you dig down in the layers, there's so much more that we've done. So relative to our disinfectants and you guys having your gear with your station, and there will be even some more cardio that will be outside instead of inside. As we finish the workouts, you will be finishing the workouts outside, some of them, conditioning wise. So there's a lot planned to make sure that you guys are safe. Relative to masking, the county states at this point to consider wearing a mask. That means if you want to wear one, okay? I can tell you from working out with a mask, it is a difficult concept. But I'm not opposed if you want to wear one when you come in to work out. It'll be your call on that. It's not mandated, so I can't mandate anything. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could, but then there's another risk factor to that when you're working out as well. So I know some folks had some opinions, which I respect everybody's opinion, folks. So I want you to do what you need to do to feel safe. That's the big thing here. And so believe me, I did measurements again yesterday. You are well beyond 6 feet in length. Each area is probably 80 to 92 inches apart. So you are well beyond where you'll need to be. More of our disinfectant is coming in, which I'm so happy to see. We have gallons and gallons. If you can't see, if you just look behind me, you see all those boxes? Antibacterial, folks, the highest grade you can get. So I just want you to know, the biggest thing for me telling and showing you this is the safety factor, okay? You had to get over the safety factor going back to the store. You had to get over the safety factor going to Home Depot. For those of you who own restaurants who are on, there's been a safety factor of people coming back into restaurants. We're all having to deal with it, okay? Please don't lower your guard, but don't be fearful. Don't be fearful. Trust that we are going to make you safe. Believe me, if I'm standing in the environment, I have to go home to my family. My family is very important to me. I will probably come into contact with more people in a day than you could ever think about coming into contact with. And guys, in my mind, I'm aware, but I do keep myself safe. So let me see here. Let's talk about showing up. Again, like I said, the tentative, listen to the word, tentative date is June 4th. That is Thursday, not Monday. Okay? There are, if you, in the memorandum you'll be getting, and Susan will be sending it out, there'll be times for athletes, there'll be times for adults. When you download Pike 13, you will see the available times. It is very specific why, guys. It's very specific why. Number one, it's the number of people that I can have in the facility. Okay? And yes, it's not going to be convenient for everybody. All right? I'm sorry, but it's the state we're in right now. That will have to be worked out with the coaches and through Susan. Okay? Because I know there are some parents that have kids, and again, we're only going to be able to have so many of each in the facility at one time. That's why we've had to stagger our times the way we have done them. Jimin, good morning, Jimbo. So that's number one. It's, Lori, you bring up a great point. Number two, this facility is probably cleaner than most people's houses. That I can promise you. Coaches are coming in today. We got more deep cleaning to do today. We have more painting and touch-ups to do today. Our facility will be safe when you come in it. And as much as you participate in keeping it safe, it will be even safer when you leave. So that will be the expectation. This is going to be on everybody, everybody. Okay. Okay, Nicola, my apologies. You're driving, so I appreciate that. So based upon the memorandum that will be coming out, or email that will be coming out, I will, in the email, it specifically states the changes you'll be coming back into. But let's just say, for the sake of conversation, we have 10 people working that come in at, I don't know, 8 o'clock. Okay. 2 of you will be working out in each lane. Okay. I have 5 racks. That's 10 people. So think about the workouts, how we've had them. We'll do our mobility. We'll do our cardio. We'll do our mobility. We'll do all of our strength segments. You'll be in the same area, folks. When you come in, you only bring in with you your car keys, your water bottle, and your towel if you want. We have towels here. We are sanitizing them really well. But if you want to bring your own towel, that's fine. Just make sure if you bring your own towel, you take your own towel. There will be no water bottles left on the sinks. You will keep your water bottle with you at all times. If somebody is at the sink filling up their water bottle, wait for them to finish and then go fill up your water bottle if you need to. If you're going to use the restroom, that will be available to you, of course. If there's 2 people in there, wait for one person to come out, give them their distance, and then go in. Make sure, wash your hands, wipe the sink, handle, trash, leave. Okay, we will be going in a lot to the bathrooms and sanitizing. Okay, so you might see a sign out there several times about, hey, hang tight, coach is in there cleaning. We're going to be doing a lot of cleaning, folks, right behind you. So don't worry about that. Our stuff, I think that's the stuff for our turf that came in yesterday. You know, when we see somebody there, we will be spraying it down. So you guys are going to be safe. Okay. It's probably safer than going to the store, without a doubt. And like I said, probably safer than some homes right now. Although in my home, I have been going around frequently with a disinfectant wipe, doing door handles, light switches, bathroom sink handles. I am a clean freak. Just ask my wife. I can't stand if there's toothpaste a little bit of toothpaste on the nozzle of the sink handle that comes out. I have a real problem with that. So I have little bag, I spray it down, I wipe it with the Mr. Clean wipes, and I'm a clean freak. So if I'm a clean freak there, I'm going to be a clean freak here. I promise you. But I've always been that way, guys. Always been that way. I've always told you guys I love to vacuum. I love doing laundry. I hate seeing laundry laying around. And so you guys also know I have these high-powered disinfectant cleaning tablets that you put in your washing machine before you, after every so many loads, because I need to make sure the washing machine is clean. I take out the filters of the washing machine. I clean the washing machine filters. Yep, I know, Shannon, exactly. Yeah. My wife will sometimes tell me, why are you doing that now? That's not important. Well, it might not be important to you, but it's important to me. So I very much make sure that everything is clean. And I'm asking you guys to do the same. You'll be coming in the front door. You'll be picked up. You'll be asked some questions. Go over, do our workout. When we finish our workout, we will leave out any of the back doors. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 back doors. You'll finish outside. You will not re-enter the facility, guys. Okay? The first month coming back, don't ask, oh, there's nobody on cardio. Can I stay longer? No, it's a hard hour. That's it. Okay? And that's guidelines. There's nothing I can do about that. This is what I've promised. This is what they've asked. This is what I've promised. So I'm not going to go against that. And by the way, what we'll have planned for you for 50 minutes or so, you'll probably want to go home afterward. Okay. It'll be great. It's going to be phenomenal workouts as usual, probably even higher because the coaching cues are going to be incredible. But it's going to be so exciting to have you guys back, and I want you to feel safe and secure coming back. So on that note, I didn't want to go over everything because I don't want to take up the whole hour. I did want to give you a tentative date, and the tentative date is all hooked on Tuesday's meeting, which is going to be at 2:00 here. I will have John Hadal here. I'll have Cindy Munt here, and a gentleman by the name of Don, I hope I pronounce his name right, Simone, who's Director of Public Health here. We will be going around the facility. They will be looking at everything that we have done to this point. We'll make any changes if we need to. I don't think they've thought of everything that I think our team here has thought of. And, but we'll see, to include coaches' workstations and everything else. So it's going to be pretty good, guys. That's why we did the Pike 13 online. Susan, would you like to talk about that for a second? Because I know you've had a lot of questions. And there is a question from Anne-Marie, Pike 13 or Pike 13 inning. So Susan, take it away for a second, please.
Yeah, so I will send all members beginning of the week. It's called a welcome back email. And on there, you first need to go to, first read everything, because there's a lot of information there, and I want everybody to understand, what we're doing. Then you'll go to my account, which is on the bottom of that email. And it'll ask you to create a member, or it'll already know your email. So you'll just need to, I think, create a password. And then sometimes it might say, oh, well, you already have a password, and you're like, I don't remember having a password. Just say forgot my password and just follow the links. And then, because this is also how you got your barcode, was also, I think, from this welcome email when you first started. So then you just you'll get into your account, and you'll be able to say your credit card's going to expire. You can go in and change your credit card number, change expiration. You can, and from there, you'll go to schedule, and all the morning and afternoon will all pop up, and you'll be able to go into each time. For adults, it's hour and half hour as usual, but classes will only be for 50 minutes, in and out. For athletes, it's a little different. We're giving them 80 minutes, and they are every hour after 12 o'clock until we close. And I
just
think
on
that's
that
about
real
it.
quick, Susan, real quick, just on that, folks, we have to stick by that. That's not made up by us. So things will loosen up again after about the first month, but right now we are mandated. And actually I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get a little stricter with us as well. But I think our county's pretty good with that. And just so you guys know, I came in this morning and there are some clubs that are already running again. One right behind us. I'm sitting here as I look out the window right now. They're hard at it, and they really shouldn't be. I just kind of, okay, we'll see. But I can tell you, I'm going to wait to talk to the director on Tuesday, and that's what I'm doing. But anyway, we just have some real tough mandates right now that we have to stick to. Go ahead, Susan.
Yeah, so when you hit the schedule, you'll click the time and it'll say enroll, and it'll be highlighted, and you just click on that, and it'll also tell you how many spaces are still available. Like Vince said, we're taking 12 members in each time slot, except in the afternoon for adults. It's eight adults and four youth or athletes. So you just click on enroll. You'll have, if it's a family, all your names will pop up. If you're an individual, it'll just be the one name. You just click on your name, confirm it, and say finish. You will get an email also confirming your appointment. And then we do ask that you cancel if you can, because if you are on, say, like a 2-day-a-week program and you don't show, you will lose that day of a workout. So if you need, and also just anybody, just be respectful of all the members. Like Vince said, it's very rarely that we hit 12, but there have been occasions. So we just want to be respectful to everybody. And you can always email me questions. I'll be in the gym this morning collecting equipment. Call me, whatever you need, but I can definitely walk through. We are also in the process of making a video. Maria's been working on that. We just have to approve it, so that'll also help. So it's really simple though. Lori can testify to that. She helped me do a lot of the things to promote that. So thanks, guys.
It's really intuitive, and there's a mobile app that's really easy to use.
Guys, so thank you so much for everybody who's making this happen. It's probably well overdue and well needed. This is a good time as well. I know it sounds crazy that I'm going to say this, but I'll say it anyway. It's a good time as well that if you have a friend who's been thinking about it, this is the time for them to come and try to join with us, because there'll come a time. Remember, the facility, in my opinion, we have a cap of how many people to bring in here. And the reason I hold that cap is because we are very family orientated here. We are not the big gym. You know, it's like Cheers. I want everybody to know everybody's name, and we are family. And so I have a hard cap of how many total people I would ever bring in here. And, you know, now would be a good time if you have people out there who are considering to give it a try. It's a good induction period because of the length of what the workouts will be. So trust that your coaches will give you that whole workout that you were doing before in the time frame needed, and we'll make all the adjustments. So please don't feel like, oh, I can't get all that done in 50 minutes or 45 minutes or 55 minutes. I can't get all that done. Here's the deal. You ready? Whatever you can get done, you get done. Don't think you have to do the whole thing. That's not the premise here. It's not the premise. Okay. So Lori, you bring up a good point. Lori said, you know, the health inspectors may pop in unannounced, and in fact, they will. I know down at Uriah's place at 65th Street, they gave him a set of guidelines. The very next day, the health inspector came back in. So they are definitely going to check. They have to. They have to say they did their job. Okay. Now, whether they make changes or whatever, I'm not worried about that because I know we're really sitting in a very good position. But I feel very comfortable with what we are doing and where we will be by next Thursday. Again, it is tentative, plan on it, but I don't know what will happen on Tuesday. So I've already discussed this with Gabe. You know, our intent was to try to open up on, well, not try to open up, we were going to open up on Monday. But I got the call for late Friday that said, hey, they want to come visit. It would have been disrespectful for me to just say, you know what? I said the hell with you and opened up anyway, but thanks for coming by. You know what? I think we have to have a little integrity about what we do and how we do it and when we do it. So I feel pretty good about it. I also know that the governor said last week that within a week for gyms, they'll be coming out with guidelines, but not every guideline is going to fit every gym. So you just got to kind of fit your gym in the space. And we've done some incredible things from our air conditioning systems on down. Guys, you can show up 2 minutes before your time. I know that sounds ridiculous. 2 minutes before your time. If you come in at 6, it's 6 and out at 7. If you come in at 7, it's in at 7, out at 8. Again, I have to limit the amount of people I can have in the facility. When you come in, that does not mean you walk in and go do your foam rolling and then walk over to your cardio. These are the changes that we are mandated by. You come in, the coaches will direct you, go to your cardio. We'll take care of our warm-up period, our mobility period. You know, Gabe is a master of disaster at program design. So along with the other coaches. So guys, we can't not at this point make exceptions. There are no exceptions to the rule. Okay. We're lucky enough to be able to have our doors back open. You know, we can't do that. So trust me, we're going to get your cardio in the beginning and you're going to have plenty of cardio at the end. Okay. So trust me on that one. Gabe, did you want to touch base on that at all? Just a little bit high level of the program design? I know he's on somewhere. Gabe, you there?
I don't think he's on, Vince.
Yeah, he was. I admitted him. Okay, well, when he gets on, don't worry about it, folks. Again, this is where you're trusting us. Okay, we've been at this a long time. And so that's why you come here. You come here for the 25 years plus experience, knowledge, education, right? We've been around the world and back again, teaching, training, and teaching coaches. So you're in really good hands. It's just absorb the education process. Okay, that's the big thing here. That's probably one of the biggest things our facility does that a lot of facilities don't do is, you know, we teach. And that's very, very important. Stick with our plan. And that also leads me to today's chat. So hopefully you've been home now for, what is it, 6 months? I'm teasing. Well, maybe not too much. And during this time, and I made a chat last week about the COVID-15, and it being okay. COVID-15 meaning 5, 10, 15 pounds, 7 pounds, 3 pounds, whatever. It is okay. But the reason a lot of that happened was the event, right? And I talked about the event and how we respond to an event. Our response to the event is more important than the event. So if you drill down a little deeper, what happened after the event kicked in, we had a lot of things kick off. We had to worry about finances. We had to worry about jobs. We had to worry about homes. We had to worry about kids. We had to worry about education. We had to worry about 401ks. We had to worry about grocery stores. And when events happen like that, we get shaken. And when we get shaken, it's hard to stay in line with what is our purpose. So I wanted to go back. I did this chat a little while ago, probably last October, November, and not everybody that's on this call today was privy to the chat. And I think knowing your purpose is what keeps you grounded during the stormy sea. Some people use the stormy sea as a reason to come out of their purpose, which means what? You don't really have a purpose. So let's talk about that for a second. You know, what is a purpose? And remember, and this is from Jim Rohn, is for every disciplined effort, there is multiple rewards. For every disciplined effort, there's multiple rewards. But remember, for every undisciplined effort, there's consequences. And when you reap those consequences, you have to go back to your purpose. You've got to go back to your purpose. There's a great video that I'd like to, when Gabe pushes this out, you'll see it. It's by Dr. Eric Thomas, and it's UOU. It's called UOU. You should really watch that. Okay, it's very inspiring. For those of you who don't know who Dr. Eric Thomas is, he's probably one of the most sought after motivational speakers in the world. And he's got some great things. But basically, in the video, you'll hear him say, stop blaming other people. You owe you. You put yourself on punishment. You put yourself on timeout. And you'll hear it. You'll hear why. And you're talking about a guy here, Dr. Eric Thomas, who grew up in abandoned houses. He was eating out of garbage cans. So, you know, a lot of us aren't doing that. But watch that video as it gets pushed out to you. So let's go back to your purpose, and we lose that sense of direction because the ship is in the sea and it's spinning around and around and around, and we don't know where to stop it. Well, if you have a clear purpose, it's you know, understand that your purpose is, it's your message to yourself. It's not your message to your husband, to your kids yet. You got to have that message to yourself, in which once you define it to yourself, you project that out to other people. So who do you project it out to? You know, do you project that out to your husband? Or do you, and I don't use this word in a discredited manner, do you submit to what somebody else is doing? Oh, well, you know, Johnny made pasta tonight with butter and garlic, and you know what? I'll just eat it. Was that your purpose? Was that part of your purpose? Okay, and everybody's going to say, "Oh, well, you know, we got to all get along during this period of time." Well, if they understand your purpose, they would have had vegetables and they would have had chicken. But did you project your purpose out to them? So, what is your message to yourself that you project to your family, to your friends, to your coworkers, and essentially to the world? What is that message? So I don't know. Is that message, for example, you want to inspire others? Is that message that you want to lead others? Is that message that you're kind and considerate? Is it, again, that's defined by you. What is your message? For me, I just want to know in the end that I made a difference. That's it. Doesn't have to be a long message or a long purpose, guys. But we also know when you define your purpose, like now, but this is a great time to say this, that obstacles get in the way. You have a million other things to do, guys. Again, look at your life today. Some of you are homeschooling kids. Well, school's almost over, so that's a good thing. You got errands to run. You got jobs to perform. You got house to clean. You got bills to organize. Okay. And then you got things on top of that that you drill down into. Well, how am I going to get this bill paid if I don't have this money? Right. So you have obstacles that get in the way. All this means, if you allow all these other things to get in the way, is your purpose may not be clear. Your purpose may not be clear. Or your goals may have nothing to do with your purpose. That's a good one. Your goals may not have anything to do with your purpose. So they're not clear. So by having a clear message to yourself and to others, you've taken the first step in what a lot of you I've talked to, is to achieve what? Your own personal growth. That's really important. That's really important, because I know some of us live our lives for other people. But you got to have your sense of purpose for you, because when you have your own personal growth, you're now on task to living your best life for your best you that you can give to other people. Does that make sense? Shake your head if it makes sense. Come on, shake your head. Miriam, shake your head. Thank you. Thank you. You guys play so good. See, Lori gave me a thumbs up. Lori, once I figure out how to do that on IT, I'll do it. Okay, so I defined for you the purpose. Now let's talk about clarity of that purpose. Important versus unimportant. Important versus unimportant. So when you define your purpose, things become really clear to you. And they come clear to you from morning to night of what's important and what's unimportant. So if you think about your day and you look at how you scheduled it, look at the things that go on that cloud your purpose that really could have waited. It wasn't a priority, but you put it in there anyway to avoid something else. So when you define that purpose, things become really clear of what's important, what's unimportant. So now you're focusing on things that are unimportant, that don't make a difference in your life. And what are some of those things? Earn more money, get a house, maybe a second house, a car, maybe another car. Are those things really important to your purpose? Or do those things just show off things about you? Is that how you identify with, right? I don't know. Again, your purpose is your purpose. But how many times do you get away from your purpose? And if you get away from your purpose, then it's really not your purpose. Kind of see how the revolving door goes? So you see, we invest in everything a lot of times, but ourselves and our purpose. That's really, when you're focusing on things that don't make a difference, you're investing in everything but yourself. So I like and I talked about this on Wednesday, I like the 80-20 rule. And I know a lot of you heard me talk about 80-20, where it relates to your fuel plan. 80% of your week you do really good, 20% of your week you don't do great. Whatever. But it doesn't only apply, the 80-20 doesn't only apply to your fuel plan. Focus on 20% of your big rocks, folks, whatever your big rocks are. Okay? Rocks that matter to you. The rocks that matter to you. And everyone's 20% is different. I can't tell you what your 20% is. It's probably different than my 20%, than Shannon Guzzo's 20%, than Laurie Smith's 20%, Miriam's 20%, or even Bonnie's 20%. Oh yeah, now you're looking at the screen, Bonnie. Mm-hmm. I see you. Okay. So everyone's 20% is different. It could be health, it could be food, it could be sleep, whatever. But focus 20% on your big rocks. That's going to lead to your maximum changes, guys. Whatever it could be. Maybe it's studying for something. or a real estate license, or I don't know. Whatever your 20% is, focus on it. But you can't know what your 20% is or what your 20% rocks are without knowing what your purpose is. Otherwise, you just have a whole garden of river rocks. Right? What happens with a whole garden of river rocks if you don't take care of it? Grows weeds. Grows weeds. And you heard me talk about a month ago, man, you got to weed your garden of snakes. You got to weed your garden of snakes. So live that life of meaning. Live that life of meaning. And this is so important now because you're coming out of an event. And remember what I said before, it's not the event, but how you respond to it. So when you pursue purpose, a purposeful life becomes filled with direction and meaning, which leads you to a higher life. Okay, a higher life. And a higher life could be, wow, I was really consistent this week. When I was consistent this week with my food, my sleep, my water, my exercise, I was more productive in my work, my appointments, the people who I met with. They got more out of our meeting. They didn't just spin their wheels at the meeting. How many meetings have you guys gone to that you really got nothing accomplished? I can tell you in my lifetime, a lot. Matter of fact, I was a captain with the Department of Corrections, and I was working downtown, and the associate warden at the time pulled me aside and said, I heard through the grapevine that you don't like our meetings. I told him, you're absolutely correct. His name was Sterling. I said, you're absolutely correct. I absolutely did say that. He says, why? I said, because every time I come up here for half a day, my territory was Oakland and Salinas. I ran 3 community-based prisoner programs for women and infant children. And I was supposed to be out in my territories, and then I had a counterpart that was out in LA, and she ran 3 out there. And he says, so why don't you like our meetings? I said, because every time I come here, I spend 4 hours, we get nothing done. There's no action plan. I come here, you talk, you eat, we leave, and nothing happened. We give you suggestions, you don't do anything about it, and we're the ones in the field. So for that reason, you're right, I don't like your meetings. So when you pursue purpose in life, it becomes filled with direction and meaning to a higher life. Really, that's really all I care about. Let's be productive. How many of you right now, and just think about it, don't answer, don't shake your head, I don't want to get in trouble here. How many of you are in jobs you don't really even like? Or have toxic people in your life that you're incompatible with? But you keep them there anyway. Is that part of your purpose? I don't know. I don't know. If you were asked to ask my wife, she'd probably say, yeah, I need to get rid of you. Shannon, you can laugh. It's true. But having a purpose means you can find that career and you're never too old. That's rewarding to you. You're not there just doing it for a paycheck. Find people who share the same values to help build that higher life with you. And I don't know, maybe it's friends. Guys, I don't know. These are just things that go through my mind. Remember, finding your purpose doesn't mean the road to success isn't under construction. Because it always is. It always is. And I try to take it. Remember, I talked about blocks a session or 2 ago. I try to do it in blocks. So at the beginning of the day, what is it I need to accomplish? At the end of the day, what didn't I accomplish, and how did I get sidetracked? So I self-assess. Where can I be better tomorrow? And then get up tomorrow having that plan today and actually execute that plan. That's how the purpose is always under construction. But no matter what, when it's under construction, you still have to put in the work. And you have to grind every single day. You have to grind every single day. And I think we here in the States find it hard to grind. I think we think we're grinding, but you'll know when you're grinding. Okay? You still have to grind every day. But now when you do grind, you're headed in the right direction to go forward to where you want to be with your purpose. So what does it take? That consistent drive and that passion, and how do you know you have it? So there's purpose and there's passion. There's purpose and there's passion. So purpose makes you excited. It fills you with energy, right? You ever take on a new project or a new goal and you're excited about it in the very beginning? Excuse me. But as time goes on, think about it for a moment. Do you get out of bed dragging? You do only what's needed during the day, kind of wake up a little reluctantly. Don't accomplish what you really want to accomplish. Make excuses for not doing it. That's called lack of purpose. But when you have the purpose and the passion, you get up every day, you got energy, right? You feel the passion. You can't wait to get to whatever it was you were doing and accomplish it. So, give you an example. You know, I got two kids graduating, one from college, one from high school, and I was building a project. You guys are going to love this project. An axe throwing target. You guys know the axe throwing? Yeah. So I was like, all right, this is cool. So I got skill saws out and didn't finish it on day one. That's okay. Day two, got up, excited, boom. Now it's all painted. It's ready to go. Get the little stars up in the corner. That's passion to something, right? That's that passion. You know, you get up and you're excited to get up to work on your creation. Work on your creation. And when you do that, when you feel that purpose, when you feel that passion, it fills up your cup. It fills up your cup. You're not looking at the end of the day going, well, that was disappointing. When you have purpose, when you feel that passion, it fills up your cup. There's your energy. There's your energy. So what is success in your terms? What does that mean? What is success in your terms? You know, I had a kid one time, a football player. We had a meeting. His dad asked for a meeting because his son felt like he wasn't, there was things going on with him. And he felt like when we talked to him, he felt like he wasn't successful. And I didn't say anything in the whole meeting. I just kind of sat back, and there was different coaches that had coached him throughout. So his dad had asked me after, he goes, hey, Vince, he said, at the end of the meeting, he goes, you've been awfully quiet. Do you have anything to say? I said, yeah, I do. I said, hey, bud, I said, tell me what you think is successful. Well, I don't know if I'm going to make it into the NFL. And he went to a very high-powered school, good football. And I just sat back. I said, he goes, or I don't know if I'm going to be able to go play rugby, you know, for the U.S. or whatever. I said, oh. I said, so that's what you think success is? I said, let me define something for you. I said, your dad's here. Your mom's at home. Your sister and your brother are home. One older, one younger. I said, are they healthy? He goes, yeah. I said, did you get a scholarship to go play football at this beautiful university? He said, yeah. I said, do you have about 80 to 100,000 people to come and watch you every week? He says, yeah. I said, do you get to stay in the nicest hotels, ride the nicest buses, have the best equipment? He says, yeah. I said, when you come back home, do people, come and see you and they're happy to see you and be around you and you make them happy? He says, yeah. And then I said a few other things. And then finally at the end, I said to him, I think you need to redefine your success. There's 4 or 5 coaches that were there and his dad sat back. They never even looked at it like that. Maybe we're not looking at it like that. But when you have a purpose and you have a passion, you have success. So success, like talent, isn't inborn, guys. It's cultivated over time in your patterns. Remember I talked about 2 weeks ago about I don't trust anything you say. I trust half of your actions, but I trust all of your patterns. It's cultivated over time, hours and hours and hours of time. Don't waste your times on things you don't care about. Because all you're doing is taking that to fill a void. Aim for success as an end to itself. Things you do care about. And direct all your energy to making that happen. This is where purpose comes into play, folks. You naturally want to devote your life to pursue it because it fills you up. You care. You're naturally better at it because the time you spend on it gives you experience and the skill now to succeed. Now remember, your purpose can have tentacles. It might be education, it might be physical, it might be mental. But no matter what it is, it fills you up because you care. And when you care, you're naturally better at it. So again, when you get this, you're going to have another video, and it's called Your Value, Ben Lionel Scott. And he basically holds up a dollar bill, and I won't go into the whole thing because I want you to see the whole video. But no matter what you do with that bill, whether it's $1 or $10 or whatever, and we tend to put a value more on the bigger ones. Yeah, it's a dollar bill, but this $100 one's really important. Well, this $1 bill has value too, folks. So no matter whether you crumple it, spit on it, tear it, throw it in the trash, it has value. So do you. So if you have value, and every one of us has been through a lot in our lives, I'm sure, okay, where you have felt pushed aside, where you have felt not as maybe important as somebody else. And our world has a great way of doing that to you. And I could go on with a list of other things that make people feel devalued. But everybody has a value. You have to understand your value. You have to trust in your purpose, in your passion, in your clarity, what's important, what's unimportant, to really understand where you want to go in your higher life. And so that's what we really try to accomplish here for you. It's more than just about coming in and lifting weights. You know, any of the coaches here, we could do that standing on our head, teaching you that with our eyes closed and a blindfold on, or maybe a mask. Okay. I mean, we can, that's easy. That's the easy part. The hard part is helping you navigate, and we're privileged to be able to do it, helping you navigate to the better you, whatever that is. So whether you own your own business, you're at home with being a mom, school teacher, healthcare, cosmetology, whatever it is, Define your purpose. Define your purpose. What is your message to yourself that you project out to everybody else? You know, I had gone on a ride and shared that ride with somebody a week or so ago, and that person said to me, "That's what I would expect from you." I think I've kind of defined my purpose, who I am, what it is that I project out to people. All right. So start thinking about that today as you're starting to come out of this event that we're in. And don't let anything hold you back. Don't let anything hold you back. Make sure you have some clarity of what's important and what's unimportant. You know, make sure that you have that consistent drive and that passion, because this is, we spend a lifetime, you know, I love giving you guys examples, but so many people spend so much time going through their life and never really understanding what their passion is. And that's sad. You deserve that. You have a huge value, folks. And other people are good at different things. Let people take those values, their purpose and their passion, and let them teach you about it. Whether you participate in it or not, be open to it. But I know, and I think this is such an important time to talk about the purpose again, because life has unraveled over the past 2.5 months for a lot of us. But guess what? I talked about the lighthouse, guys, and we are coming upon the shore. Safety is upon us. Now, most people go, "Oh, not yet." Why not? Why not? Why not yet? Like I said, you're out, you're working, you're going to the store. Why not? So today forward, let's start redefining what our purpose is. If you've lost it, let's redefine what that purpose is. And when we come into this week, starting today, when we come into this next week, let's look for that purpose and passion. And let's look at that grind and get ourselves mentally ready for return to another step toward your sense of normalcy. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can certainly text, email me, any of the coaches, Susan. Be looking in your email and check your spam as well, because the letter will be coming out. There's a lot of questions over the next month that will be coming about that we will answer for you. We've been working diligently on keeping the value of membership to you, but even more diligently trying to make sure that you feel and know you're going to be safe when you come back in. When you come back in, if there's anything that we can help you with, any suggestions you have, please let us know. And if we can make changes, we will. Okay. I think you guys have done a tremendous job during this time, but it's time now to get back. It's time now to get back. You got to start taking care of your health, mentally, physically, and emotionally, guys. Okay. Got to start rebuilding that immune system back up. Okay. Is the first week going to be hard? It'll be hard for all of us. There's things that we've let go, and yeah, we'll go through the stuff again, but we're all going to be okay. Don't worry if you feel like your workout takes a little bit longer, guys. That's not important right now. The important thing is you come in and do what you can. So you'll hear something, you know, Gabe and I always say certain things like this when we're training. Okay, guys, you got 10 minutes for this block. So at 5 minutes, I'm gonna say, hey, we got 5 minutes left. Let's get it done. At 8 minutes, I'm gonna tell you, hey, you got 2 minutes left. When you're done at these 2 minutes, we're done. We're gonna move on. Well, let's say instead of getting 2 sets in, you got 3 sets in. So what? That's okay. I don't care. Okay? Maybe next week or the week after, oh, wow, I hit my goal. I got all 3 sets in. Cool. That means your conditioning is coming up. Guys, again, you got to forgive yourself for that. Don't think that things are just straight black and white. Oh, it's 3 sets. I got to do these 3. I can't move on until I get, no, it doesn't work that way. Okay. Be comfortable with that. Don't feel like you're out of place. Don't feel like you're putting somebody else behind. Don't worry about that. Okay. We will take care of everything for you. That's what we're here for. Okay. And the first thing I want to take care of is this. Okay. And then this. That's the 2 things we need to take care of. Nobody here is judging. Nobody here cares. Right? Just come in, give us the best you got. So that's what I've got for today. I'm getting ready to get the coaches here, and we're going to get our equipment back. I've already gotten some back. Some people couldn't make it today. They brought it yesterday to me. Does anybody have any real quick questions for me before I depart and move on to the next phase of the day? If you have equipment, please bring it back. We'll be here from 9:30 to 12. Then I've got to go home or my wife will hang me because we have a little graduation ceremony for our kids today. And I'm sure I have a list of, as long as toilet paper, if you have toilet paper is to get done at the house. So anybody got any questions, guys? Kelsey, looking forward to seeing you too, hon. As I said, guys, tentatively right now, thanks, Lori. They've worked hard, 112 years, now Bella with 16. So thank you so much for that. I will pass that on to them as well. But tentatively, guys, June 4th. And I'm only saying tentative. I just want to see how my meeting goes on Tuesday. I expect it to go very well. They have been in our corner the whole time. It's just they're doing the political balance act. Michelle, can't wait to see you. Ms. Nygaard, cannot wait to see you in here. But all of you, it's going to be so exciting to have you guys back. Bear with us. Listen to what we're asking you to do. It's all for your safety. And of course, to get you back on that health track again. I will never end without saying thank you, thank you, thank you for everything that you guys have done for us during this period of time. That's what family does, and you guys have been our rock. And I thank you with everything in my heart, and I can't wait to see you guys. Anything else, guys? Again, I hope this was helpful today. I thought it was a primo time to talk about this as everybody starts to migrate back into society.
Thank you, Vince.
Thank you, guys. I will see you all this week.
See you later.
Yes, thank you.
You are
Thank you.
welcome, Miriam. Thank you. Enjoy your day. And we'll see you back here, and we're going to be just fine.
And
That
thank
I-
you to the coach for all the classes that we'll be getting through
Absolutely.
Zoom and video.
Coaches have been just unbelievable. Caroline, thank you. I will also pass that on. Thanks for the great family day, and you guys do the same. Enjoy your family and get ready to work, man. We're going to work next week, so we're going to have some fun. Thank you all.
Great. Bye, Vince.
Bye, guys.
Bye.